Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Good-Lite Live. It's me, Donovan Livingston. We're here. It's a lovely Friday. It's November 6th. We're in the office, and we've got lots to cover, so we're just going to jump right into it. Don't forget, we're here every other Friday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And now you can watch on the off Fridays our Good-Lite Latin America Live podcast. I'll be leaving some information down below for that as well. So let's just jump into it. I want to talk about today's giveaway first. We're going to be doing our Good-Lite face masks. Will be our giveaway this week. And all you got to do is just leave a comment on any of our social media platforms. Our social media platforms are all at Good-Lite Co. And we are going to give out 5 face masks to 5 random winners. So throughout the podcast today, just get on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you want, and we'll qualify you for that giveaway. So that's today. Let's talk about some optometry news. I wish I had music for this show. It'd be fun, right? So what's going on that's new and exciting in optometry and ophthalmology? We want to talk about what is normally the biggest ophthalmology show in the world. Every year, it's held around this time. And this year is supposed to be in Vegas, but because of the COVID pandemic, that has all changed, and they have decided to go virtual. And so in light of that, we have created a virtual exhibit hall that we are going to have on our website that you can go to, and you can find all your ophthalmology products there. There'll be a fun slot machine prize game there. You can do daily giveaways. On our social media platforms, we'll be giving away something every day during the conference. There's going to be special discount codes for you guys that you can use on the website. The code is going to be Virtual 2020. You use Virtual 2020 at checkout, and you'll get 15% off your entire order. We'll also be offering free shipping on orders over $89. So that's all very exciting. So even though we're not going to get to see you guys in Vegas, we still wanted to say show some love to you guys. And so we've set that up for you. And then hopefully next year, we'll actually get to see you in person at that conference. So that's that for optometry news, which we're going to use as our question of the day. The question of the day really is, I know for us, 2020 has essentially was canceled for our trade show schedules. And that's exactly why we developed this Facebook Live show. So we can stay in contact with you guys, keep you up to speed on what we're doing over here, and just, maintain a line of communication for you guys. So the question of the day is, how has COVID affected your travel plans? Have you had to cancel events? Have you been traveling at all? I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. That means you. So leave a comment down below here on Facebook or on any of our social media platforms. Once again, at Good-Lite Co. You can find us there. Leave a comment. That'll get you entered into the contest. And, we just want to know. That's all it is. Leave a comment. If you can, also use the hashtag GoodLiteLive in your comments, and that will double your chances for winning. So make sure you do that. All right. Now, normally we would be checking in with Ricky in the new product corner. He's out today. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the new product corner. We got a few things that we're going to talk about. Pretty excited to show you. The first one is our brand new Vision Therapy Bunk Bats, which you see here. I've got a better picture of them for you right there. These are amazing. There's 2 different setups you can see there, 2 different layouts. They're very thick, durable corrugated cardboard with 2 layers of shrink wrap on them. So they're very durable, they're easy to clean, and they're the perfect addition for any VT practice. So if you're in vision therapy, I know for myself, anytime I've ever gone to a doctor's office and I've been in their vision therapy area, they tend to have all this really cool high-tech stuff for vision therapy. And then when you get to the butt bat, it's usually just a broomstick that's been hand-painted. So this will be I think the first real butt bat on the market. And manufacturer's suggested retail price is $100. We're actually going to sell them for $74.99, which is a great deal, and that's for both. And you can also apply those discounts that we talked about. So if you want one, head on over to Good-Lite.com and order one today. So that's that. Second thing we're going to talk about is we have a new revised Rosenbaum card. And basically there was a few minor issues with the old Rosenbaum card. And so we went ahead and updated it and got a brand new reprint on these. And they're out and they're on the website now. The Rosenbaum card was originally developed by Dr. George Rosenbaum. And it is probably the most popular near card on the market. The reason why is because it's got original formatting like numbers and letters on the near chart. It's got M and Jaeger notations. It has an Amsler grid on it. It has pupil gauges. And then we also added some single word acuity on one side and continuous text on the other side. So it's really cool, small enough to fit in your pocket, and it's very versatile. It's probably our #1 selling near card. So brand new near card there. You can go to our website, check those out. Very exciting stuff. And then lastly, I want to talk about, we've mentioned it several times, we have our Quickview camera attachment, which has been a very big seller, and it's really awesome. It takes high definition pictures of the eye. VisuScience came out with a brand new companion product, which I actually have a short video I'm going to show you right now talking about these two filters. So let's get into that right now. Hey guys, it's me, Donovan, here at Good-Lite, and I want to talk to you guys about an amazing new product. You already know about the Quickview camera attachment that takes high definition magnified images of the anterior segment of the eye, but they have introduced a new product. These filters are super cool. They fit right on top of the camera attachment. One is yellow and it's for fluorescein detection. So you just put this right on the eye, put some fluorescein in the eye, and you get an amazing high-res image, as you can see here. And the other is for meibomian gland review and detection. So this one, you actually use the camera in black and white mode, and then it uses the special red filter to get you a nice, high-quality image of the meibomian gland, as you can see there. For more information on these amazing filters, go to our website, www.goodlite.com. There you have it. Pretty cool stuff. Also, just this morning, VisuScience made their own video which outlines how-to guide on how to use the camera attachment and the filters. And you can find that on our website, and our Facebook channel, and on YouTube. So check that out. We're also doing a giveaway this weekend on Instagram. We're going to give away a free set of these bad boys to one lucky winner. Thank you to Dr. Harris Zuber for helping us out with that on his social media platform. We just shared it to ours. Basically, you go find the post. All you gotta do is share it, tag us in it, use the hashtag #QuickviewFilter, and you're automatically entered. And then we're gonna announce the winner on November 11th, so that'll be next Tuesday. So keep your inbox open and ready for that. That'll be an exciting thing to win. And that covers up all of our new products, I believe. We always have new products in the pipeline, and normally this is where Ricky's excited to talk about, but we do have a brand new hand-eye coordination cognitive skill coloring book. It's like a color rock matching game that's coming out really, really soon. We've been working closely with a couple VT doctors on that, and we should have a product ready to go to market very soon. And that's exciting for us because it's going to be one of the first products to feature the new iTeam by Good-Lite, which we've talked about last week or in the last episode. So keep an eye out for that. And then lastly, if there's any ideas that you guys are working on, or if you have an idea for a new product, you can always reach out to Ricky, and he can get you squared away. I thought I had his email address here. Oh yeah, I do. It's right there. That's Ricky right there. So you guys can shoot him an email, and if you have an idea, if you want to work on something, or if you see a product that maybe needs improvement, anything, we're always open and listening to you guys. It's the doctors like yourselves that help drive the innovation for us. So, all right, so let's get into today's guest. Our special guest this week is actually Dr. Brian Dornbos. He is with Vivid Vision, and Vivid Vision is this amazing company that is doing awesome things for amblyopia and strabismus treatments, as well as other things using virtual reality. And I recorded this earlier with Dr. Dornbos. Oops, I always get his name wrong. It's Dr. Dornbos, not Dornbos. I always mispronounce it. And let's get into that interview right now. You guys hope you enjoy it, and then we'll get back, finish up the show for today. Today we are here with Dr. Brian Dornbos of Vivid Vision. Brian, how you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for having me today. Appreciate it.
No problem. It's great to have you. Let's just jump right into it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved with Vivid Vision?
Absolutely. So as you alluded to, my name is Brian Dornbos. I'm an optometrist that graduated from MCO a number of years back. I took kind of an interesting path. After graduating from optometry school, I did some work with the Department of Veterans Affairs and Indian Health Services for a bit, and eventually heard of this exciting new tech company called Vivid Vision. Their product really intrigued me as the core focus was to help rehabilitate patients with amblyopia, something that optometrists are doing on a consistent basis. But this was using virtual reality to help kids and adults get engaged and play these fun therapy games to improve their vision. A colleague of mine was one of the co-founders of the company, and it ended up being a really interesting and intriguing fit. So I've been here now going on 4 years, and it's been an exciting road ever since.
That's fantastic. So let's get into what Vivid Vision is. You mentioned virtual reality.
Yep.
A little bit about how the software works and everything like that.
Yeah. So we've taken this approach. If any of your viewers are familiar with the major amblyoscope or a synoptophore, it's a pretty similar approach. Essentially, we take one of these VR headsets and we split the images between the right and the left eye in a fully computer-generated environment, which allows a patient to interact with and play different styles of games. So let me just use an example so that you can kind of visualize this. If we take an environment like playing ping pong, and we've got ping pong paddles that are shown to the dominant eye and a ball that is shown to the amblyopic eye, the non-dominant eye. When we use a VR environment like this, we split the scene between the right and left eye. This may sound very familiar, the concept of MFBF, monocular fixation in a binocular field. Red-green glasses, red-blue glasses, etc. utilize this concept. So we're using a similar concept to split the image between the right and the left eye, placing the patient in a binocular background, a completely stereoscopic 3D background, and asking the patient to do a simple task. Hit the ball, keep hitting the ball every time that it floats back towards you. While they're doing this, we can make some changes really above and beyond what typical MFBF therapy is capable of doing. We use the term Dicoptic Therapy, and that's alteration of the scene by dark filtering the dominant eye, by blurring the dominant eye, or changing the scene by altering how the right eye and the left eye perceive things. So the whole goal of this for a patient that has amblyopia or has strabismus is get the patient to use both eyes together consistently while they're playing. Once they're able to do that, once we've broken suppression, the patient's consistently using both eyes together, we move on to the next level. That's stereoscopic treatment. So now we take a patient out of that dicoptic setup and do direct stereo training. Same idea. Now the paddles and the ball are shown to both eyes. Or we'll do direct stereo training where the patient is constantly tasked with picking which target looks to be in depth relative to others. This whole, it kind of ties together into this bow of perceptual learning. Similar concept to traditional vision therapy in that we're repeating these tasks, gamified, kind of fun, playing around in a VR environment, repeating these tasks again and again and again, and really building up on a patient's binocular abilities. We can use this for patients with amblyopia, with strabismus, with a mixture of both, or for vergence disorders, where we're forcing the patient to converge or diverge while they're doing these VR games. They can do this in the clinic, or they could do this with the take-home headset that's prescribed by their optometrist.
Sounds like a good time to me.
It's fun. You know, I get to play with video games now for a living. It's great.
Right. So you did talk a little bit about what Vivid Vision treats. Did you cover all the for the most part?
Yeah. Again, the core treatment for us has been amblyopia and vergence disorders. And within amblyopia, strabismus and refractive amblyopia. So we're going after those individuals that essentially have a fragile binocular system and need to work on their ability to use both eyes together, to utilize depth cues or work in a stereo environment, and then to work on vergence demand.
Got it. So can you talk a little bit about the data collection? How is the data collected and tracked for the doctors to review afterwards?
Number of different ways. So the biggest thing that I'm interested in as a clinician, I'm less worried about how the patient's playing in a game and enjoying the video game component. As a clinician, I'm more looking at what adjustments need to be made in order for the patient to succeed. How much blurring or dark filtering do I have to give the patient's best seeing eye to balance out what the right and the left eye are capable of doing together? That really gives us a window into how the brain is interpreting activity. So we say dominant and non-dominant eye. That's pretty true, but it's really the way that the brain utilizes information from the right and the left eye together. Over time, ideally, I'd be able to reduce the amount of help that I provide to a patient's visual system, reduce the amount of dark filter, reduce the amount of blur over the patient's dominant eye, and try and balance the input between the two eyes. So I'm looking for essentially how much help do I need to give a patient over time. Then it's looking at stereoscopic ability. As a patient starts to use depth cues, they should be able to improve their ability to detect disparity. So it's less and less and less, just like on a stereo test, we'd expect a patient to start out with very poor stereo, then start to see 800 arc seconds, 600 arc seconds, and less as the patient's ability to use depth cues improve. Same thing when we're talking about vergence ability. If a patient's eyes are not straight, one eye turns in, out, up, down, is the patient able to move in towards ortho or centered, equal, balanced vision between right and left eye? Or look at the patient's vergence ability. Can they converge? Can they diverge appropriately? So we're using this as the treatment, a little bit of testing in the headset, but I'm looking at this, what can I do to treat the patient using these little changes and tweaks that we make to a treatment plan, and then reevaluating the patient every 6-8 weeks to see how a patient's visual skills improve.
I see. Sounds amazing. I love the technology that's happening right now. It's so great. So where can people go if they want to get more information about the Vivid Vision system, pricing, all that good stuff?
The absolute best way is to come see us at our website, seevividly.com, seevividly.com. Send us a message. We'd love to talk more about what we've been doing, what the technology is like, and where the technology is headed.
Sounds good. And what about the future of Vivid Vision? Can you talk a little bit about that? We mentioned it last week. Let's talk a little more about that.
Yeah. So honestly, these VR headsets are constantly changing, and the technology has improved so much. Consumer grade VR, what we think about what our normal VR is, really started somewhere around 2012. VR has a long history. This is going back to just general stereoscopes and then these big rooms that required a huge head-mounted display, a huge computer in order to process this. Now we've got standalone VR headsets, and that was only just a few short years ago that we didn't have a standalone headset. These things are now wireless in many cases, or if we're using, say, our clinical system, wired and tethered to a computer. That's changing very rapidly. The biggest thing that we see in the immediate future is the inclusion of eye tracking in our clinical system. So the ability to see how a patient's eyes are moving, and then ideally create some games and activities for a patient to use while they're playing around in a VR system. Virtual reality in general is really evolving as well. There's a concept of augmented reality. That's more of a computer-generated image, but also using some of the real-world aspects. I think really the inclusion of augmented reality will allow us to include more accommodative type activities. That will be very exciting to see. What we see as well, as far as using virtual reality, is use of these VR headsets for perimetry, actually evaluating a patient's peripheral vision, not needing to be tied down to putting your head into a bowl perimeter to evaluate a patient's visual field. That has a lot of application for data collection with patients that have glaucoma, the ability to repeat fields or do fields in the comfort of a patient's own home. We're excited about that as well.
Sounds like you guys are just scratching the surface at this point. So
yes, trying to fire on all cylinders, but you're right. There's a lot of world out there when it comes to VR.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about your system, Brian. We'll check in with you in a few months because I know this technology is moving so fast. We may need to get updates.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Donovan.
Thanks so much, Brian. See you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
There you go, Dr. Brian Dornbos. Isn't that exciting stuff? Virtual reality, actually using the technology to help people see better. I love it. And there's going to be a lot more good things coming from them. So you'll probably hear from them more in the coming months. We'll have them on the show again. And in the next week or two, we'll have Vivid Vision available on our website So you can go ahead there and order it. They have switched to a subscription-based model, so that's going to be a lot easier to get into your practice now. So very exciting stuff. That brings us to the end of the show. Appreciate you guys hanging in there, watching with us today. I know the weather is nice for most of the country, so you probably want to get out there and have some fun. So I'll let you go. Just want to talk about next week. Don't forget, we do this every other Friday. Our next show will be on November 20th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and our special guest is going to be Mark Grigette from New Call Telemedicine. We had him on the first episode that we did, and of course, the live aspect of the show, we couldn't get the New Call to work. Just typical stuff, you know. So we went ahead and pre-recorded his interview using the New Call Telemedicine interface, so you guys can see how it works, and then he does a full demonstration on there. So that's going to be very exciting. You can check that out. If you or anybody you know wants to be on the show, send us an email. Again, you can email Ricky right there. He can take care of that for you, and we'll get you guys on the show. We've got a lot more great guests coming out soon. Don't forget, we have that contest going on right now on Instagram. We're going to be giving away a Quickview filter kit. So go there, find the post, share it, follow the rules, and you're entered. I think that's it for now. Appreciate you guys checking in. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter. They've been going a little bit longer. Try to keep them under 30 minutes. That way you guys don't lose interest. So thanks again. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.